Welcome to Advanced Cell Biology. In this video, I will try to explain the principles in transport of molecules across the membrane and how it is carried out by transport proteins in the membrane. Small hydrophobic molecules such as oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen are able to diffuse freely across the membrane. Small uncharged polar molecules such as water, glycerol and ethanol are also able to diffuse. But when the molecules get bigger in size, like amino acids, glucose or nucleosides, or when they are charged like ions, they are no longer able to diffuse. Instead, these larger or charged molecules rely on transport proteins in the membrane. The transport proteins can be channels, transporters that are subdivided into uniporters, symporters, and antiporters, and then they can be pumps. Before I go into detail with those, I want to say that it is important to notice the difference in iron concentrations in the intracellular and the extracellular fluid. Because of these differences in concentration, there's created an electrochemical gradient. The electrochemical gradient is both dependent on concentration and charge, and it helps drive transport of molecules. Channels can be activated either by voltage change in the membrane potential, or it can be activated by binding of a ligand. When activated, the channel opens and a specific ion can be transported by its concentration gradient. Channels can be more or less specific for ions depending on their size and charge. Transporters are, as mentioned, divided into three groups. Uniporters transport one specific molecule by performing a conformational change. Symporters transport two specific molecules in the same direction, where one is transported down its gradient and the other is co-transported against its gradient. The antiporter also transports two specific molecules, but in opposite direction. Again, one is transported down its gradient and the other is transported against its gradient. These two latter types are what is termed secondary active transport. Then there's the pumps. Pumps are doing primary active transport, which means that they transport molecules against the gradient, and the pumps get their energy from hydrolyzing ATP to ADP plus inorganic phosphate. These were the different types of transport proteins. Thank you.